Alright, so we've been hearing about all this Age of Aquarius nonsense going on, and now we gotta actually, like, talk about it and break it down. So I'm gonna explain to you how I see this stuff going on. Oh shit, god damn it! So let's think about it. Aquarius. So we came from the Age of Pisces, and now we are in the Age of Aquarius. So what does this mean, and how can you see it? Well, let me break it down for you. So, Aquarius was birthed from the 11th house, which is the house of how you want. It's the highest form of the air houses, and if you think about it, it's like a thought coming to completion. So if the third house, which is the first air house, is basically you getting the basic details of thing, and then the seventh house is you relating these ideas to other people, then naturally the 11th house would you be having your own fixated way of thought of like thinking about these houses. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when you are in the 11th house, it's you having your own fixated way to view on these things, and basically, people just listen to you for it because it's your way, and this is how it's going. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's break it down a little bit. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, and it is co-ruled by Uranus. Stop letting these astrologers tell you that these outer planets, which they admit and call outer planets, are they are the original rulers of these signs, because if you think about it, they're like grandparents. Yeah, you see them a lot, but you kind of tune them out unless they really shock you and say, this is what you need to know, grow up, you child, and they wound you in a nice way, so then it's like you can learn from your mistakes and do your thing. Alright, we kind of got that out of the way. So Saturn is the planet of structure, boundaries, restrictions, limits, and how, one kind of looks at reality. You know what I'm saying? So, if we think about that, Aquariuses have a very fixated way to look at reality, and they are just like, you can't tell me what to do. Like, this is what I'm doing, this is how I think about it, this is what's going to happen. And everybody kind of loves them because they're sort of like, they're a little quirky, and they're kind of radical periodically. Now, the radical part is Uranus. Uranus is just change itself. People like to explain it as like, your drunk uncle be crashing a wedding and ruining a nice experience, So, like, when you're freaking, like, walking around, wilding, it's kind of like, it's like the galaxy. Like, look at this. Galaxy, 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 galaxy. Oh, what is it? Elon Musk smoking weed. Didn't expect that, did you now? That's a Uranus situation. Like, I'm talking about the universe. I showed you the universe, and then apparently it's all in Elon Musk's singular spliff that he smoked on Joe Rogan, Like that's the type of Uranus-ass situation. If I were to freaking, like, chuck my phone and be all like, that would be a Uranus situation. But let me go a little deeper on structure. So, structure, right? Look, this is a rope. What this rope does is it holds tension at a specific weight, and it's holding me as I'm swinging on the swing, as you may have noticed, That is what... And then Uranus got me, because I started spinning, and now it's like, I'm getting kind of dizzy, slow me down. But still, this rope held tight, no matter what happened, because that's what the rope does, that's the limit it has, that's the boundary it does, it holds tension. This is what the rope does. Alright. So now with that kind of out of the way, I know I didn't do the best possible job, but I'm kind of riffing here. But let's see how we can kind of see this in our day and age, right? So, like, a couple of years ago, like when it was more, like, directly in the Age of Pisces, now we're in this weird cusping period where we're still kind of experiencing both. The Age of Pisces was where people were just, flowing, you go with the flow, and, like, with all this, you can, like, look at astrology. Astrology was all this mysticism where it's like, oh, dreamy Neptune, you gotta get the flow of this. But now there's people like me on the internet talking about giving you the specifics of how we see this and why we see it this way. We're giving you our fixated thought on how to do this. So, if you remove, like, the concept of astrology and look at what I'm doing in more of a direct fashion, you can see that I'm just kind of riffing like all these other dudes that are talking about a specific idea on the internet. So let's think about it. Oh, we got whatchamacallit. Let me think. We have people in the incel group, and they're just, like, rolling around being all like, I'm sad because no woman will touch me and all that stuff, We have whatchamacallit. We have freaking, like, people talking about spirituality, like infinite waters, diving deep, breathe in that good-ass prana, baby. We have freaking people that are in, like Aaron Doty or Doherty or whatever the hell his name is, talking about our ascension into 5D and all that stuff. And, like, yeah, that stuff's cool, it's making people all spiritually aware, but it's not telling you how you can do this stuff and apply this for yourself or where they got it from, They're just kind of riffing, and this is how the Age of Aquarius is. Imagine like back in the day, in the Age of Pisces, in like the 1600s, where people were just on the street, freaking like, like just talking like, "Oh, you there, Sonny, you are the Messiah. Believe, Sonny, believe," and they're just shouting on the street saying crazy spiritual things. Like nowadays, people have a platform called YouTube, and it's just like, hey, they're all talking there, talking all the semen retention. If you freaking like don't jerk off and stuff, women will magically like you because you freaking like dopamine fasted yourself, and you're okay with yourself, and you have that calm, confident state of being that they may actually be looking for in a man. Don't quote me on the specifics of anything in this situation, but you kind of know what I'm talking about. There's all these people talking about these fixated thoughts of what you can do out in life, and that's just like, this is just how I see the Age of Aquarius doing what it do. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I pretty much just summed up everything, but I'm going to keep riffing and seeing what happens. Let me think. What does Aquarius hate? I don't have it off the top of my head. I should have remembered the exaltation and the fall and what was away, but, you can just look that up for yourself. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? That's my buddy Ryan. You're going to see him in ways that you can't possibly imagine now. I'm not going to say that. That's kind of weird. But, you know what I mean. I meant it in a good way. Don't freaking contort what I was saying. But yeah, Aquarius. Oh, shit. This is going crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Aquarius doing its thing. Hopefully this sound worked out and I talked. Oh, man, look. My salt bath is doing my skin good. Myself a little bit shaven because I was a dumbass in the shower. I mean, you know how it is when you're in the shower. You get shower thoughts. You be thinking the craziest shit in the shower. I mean, it makes sense, If water is an emotion and feeling, and you're wiping off all those emotions and feelings, and you're soaking in all these emotions and feelings that the rest of the world is soaking in, because we all know in freaking suburbia we get our water from a water tower. Everybody's kind of has these collective feelings, and it's all soaking right there. So when you bathe in that, and you actually experience what these people are experiencing. It's almost like you are watching a bunch of YouTube. It's like you're watching everybody's freaking solo YouTube channel where they're talking all this mess about some concept, and it's just like they're really just riding the wave of that specific concept. Like, oh my god, freaking No Fap is my favorite one because it's so funny. Because literally any dude that just goes, oh, I can freaking, I guess you don't jerk off, and I guess you do feel better, dopamine fasting. No way, No one really takes into account that now that we have all this information, how to moderate it in any way, shape, or form. We're just going with the flow. And what is, other than that, like, that's the most freaking, like, cusp sign thing of the Aquarius, Pisces cusp, Like, it's just like, oh my god, like, going with the flow of all this information, like, Pisces, mutable water, being adaptable and changeable, different ways of feeling and adding emotion things, plus being fixated in your thought. Like, I mean, that sounds like this day and age now. We have all this information, and we don't know how to handle it, but we're working on it. And soon we will have a fixated way to understand and how to moderate all this intake of information and all that stuff. And yo, shouts out to Ryan for pushing me on this swing. This is a dope-ass swing, I gotta say.
What's up?
Yeah. But yeah, oh shit, damn it, I had a good thought, but I forgot. Now I'm spinning. Oh god, I'm spinning. I don't know. This is more of an attention grabbing video rather than I mean, obviously you can tell I'm spinning on a freaking. Oh, stop fucking spinning me, Ryan, god damn it. Oh shit, I'm spinning. Ryan, unspin me. Unspin me. Oh god, oh, this is better. Oh, I'm just gonna kill it while I'm ahead. Attention grabbing. Have your attention grab. Universe, Uranus, Elon Musk smoking weed. Ah!